There's been a few changes here in Türkiye over the last few months, and many expats have decided to leave Türkiye. So there's been a few changes in Türkiye over the last few months, and many expats have decided to leave Türkiye for three main reasons. The first one is the economy, of course. It's become quite expensive here for foreigners to live compared to how it was years ago. The exchange rate hasn't kept pace with the 60% inflation, and so things here have become as expensive or more expensive than their home country. And of course, if you're living here on a pension, your pension might not be enough to pay for your rental and food and living standard, which of course was very high years ago. The second reason is residency rules have changed. Unless you own an apartment now, and you have done for a couple of years, they'll only give you 6 months residency, whereas before they were giving you a 2-year residency. And it comes with a few other rules. So if you want the updated versions of anything that's changed there, it's best to go and see a specialist. And I've come to see Gürkan Gürol. He's a translator, but also a specialist in these matters, and he deals with residency all the time. So how has the rules changed here in Turkey in the recent weeks?
If the people are retired and pensioner,
Right.
if they have got their pension document to prove how much do they get paid weekly or monthly or yearly.
Yeah.
It can be state pension, it can be a private pension.
Okay.
And their income must be more than 1.5 times of the minimum wage.
Okay, so you're talking about
600 pounds
700 pounds
at the moment.
Yeah.
Because in January minimum wage will increase.
Will increase.
And we don't know how much it will be.
Okay.
So 600 pounds is enough till January.
Okay.
Because 600 pound now, how much is it? If you say 44 lira per pound, so it is just 26,400 lira. It is just over the limit.
Yeah.
But if minimum wage goes up in January, for example, 22,000 lira times 1.5, it will be 33,000 lira. If sterling doesn't go up,
that's as much as most people's retirement pension.
If
state pension.
Yes, if the pound still stays same on 44 lira, then they need to have 750 pound income.
Yeah.
Let's don't say about pound because
things
might change. And if they get their pension document, private pension or state pension, how much they get paid weekly or monthly or yearly.
Yeah.
If they get these documents certified by public notary in UK or solicitor, and document must be apostilled.
Right.
Once they approve this, they can get first time residency maximum up to 2 years.
Okay.
If they have got more than 2 years expire date on their passport.
So making it simple, if you're retired and you got proof that you're retired,
with the apostilled
you can come
document,
in, you can get a rental property, and you've just got to show that you can get enough money to live on more than 1.5 times the. Is that for both?
That's per person.
Per person.
If they are married, 1.5 times of minimum wage plus 1 minimum wage.
Okay.
For example, husband might be retired, the wife not retired.
Yeah.
So income must be more than £1,000.
Yeah. Which is more than the state pension in the UK.
And they must get their marriage certificate apostilled as well.
Okay, but they can get 2 years residency if
Yes.
they get all that. So what about if it's just a younger couple?
Younger couple.
They want to come, they want to stay here on a tourist visa, whatever, like before.
Yes.
They can get a rental contract.
Yes.
How long can they stay?
They can, on the tourist visa, they can stay maximum 90 days in 180 days period. If they want to stay more, it is possible to apply resident permit.
Right.
But they must have their capital money in Turkish bank account, in Turkish lira account, to proof of in advance. They can put this amount into their Turkish bank account to cover them at least for 1 year.
Okay.
Like, for example, One and a
Is
half
that
times.
Is that worked out
Yes.
from the minimum wage?
Yes.
So the minimum wage for, if they're married, minimum wage for
One and a half
one and a
times
half for the other,
Yes.
and times that by 12 months.
12 months, and for a start they can get 6 months.
Right.
It's not saying that retired people.
Okay.
For a start they will get 6 months, and they have to prove like their income to their Turkish bank account. So after 6 months, if they have got regular income,
Yeah.
1.5 times plus one minimum wage. If they are
If
married
it's a
couple,
yeah.
if it's single, 1.5
One and a
times.
half. So if
each.
they're not married, just a couple together.
Couple, separate accounts, 1.5 times each.
Each. Okay.
And if they can approve, when they go for renewal after 6 months, if they can approve, they have got this income is coming into their account monthly,
Yeah.
into Turkish lira account monthly and regularly,
Yeah.
their renewal will be up to 2 years maximum. Whoever bought the house, this is important, before 26th of April 2022. Whoever bought the house, they just need to approve their tapu, utility bill, numarataj document from council office, and application, and they pay the fees, then they can get resident permit. But who bought the property from 26th of April 2022 to 26th of October 2023?
Yeah.
This 18 months period.
Yeah.
If anyone bought the property, title deed, just how much ever they paid, it doesn't matter, but they must have this survey report. It is called GABIM.
Ah, okay.
GABIM is the property value paperwork. Like special assessors, you start the process in title deed office, and title deed office, you pay the fees to title deed office, and they approve assessor for you. They come around, take the photos of your house,
Yeah.
and they look around, and the neighbors, they check on the system. They make a special document, GABIM document, to proof of your value of your property.
Oh,
The
that's
valuation
interesting.
certificate, yes. And on that document, if your property valued more than $75,000,
Yeah.
then you are eligible to get property purpose of residency.
Okay.
But on that report, if it is under the $75,000, sorry, because it is under the limit, so you
Yeah.
can only get touristic residency. After that, from the 26th of October 2023, property buy transaction must be on the tapu minimum $200,000 and more.
What if it's less? Then
You
you don't
cannot-
get, you can't get residency.
You can get residency, but 6 months touristic, not property purpose.
Oh, that's really important. So if you buy a property worth $400,000
And more.
and more, you can actually apply for Turkish
Citi-
citizenship,
Turkish citizenship.
and become Turkish.
Yes.
What about buying several properties that accumulate more than 400,000? Does that work the same?
Yeah, that works the same.
Oh, okay. So you
Yes.
could buy
Not for residency,
no,
but for
but for
citizenship. Yes.
citizenship. So you could buy 4 or 5 properties,
To add up.
each one 100.
Yes.
$100,000, and it would be $500,000.
Yes.
Okay.
But the property, which one you buy for citizenship application, you must get the special certificate. Is it possible to get apply for citizen or not? Like, because some properties, which one you buy, it is not acceptable for citizenship application.
So not every property is
not
acceptable.
every property. I just give you sample. You are a British citizen. You own a property. You sell your property to another British citizen. To apply for citizenship, it is not possible.
It's got to be a Turk to a foreigner.
Or Turkish company to foreigner.
Yeah.
And they have to apply for another certificate. I can't remember the name now.
Yeah.
It said uygunluk belgesi.
Uh-huh.
So you must get this certificate for citizenship as well.
No.
But this is the latest information. Whatever we've spoken now,
Yeah.
2 months later, if you ask me the same questions, my answers will be different.
The other problem is the new Airbnb rules. So if you own a property here in Turkey and you've been renting it out on Airbnb, you will now have to get a license and you will be taxed on it. And to get the license is not easy. And if you've booked a property for next year, you may find that it's been cancelled, and that's because they can't get the license for that property to rent out on Airbnb. Of course, if you live on a complex with many other apartments, many of the other apartment people have to sign the document to say that they agree with you renting your property out. And of course, once they start renting these properties out with a license, the price is going to go up because there's a lot less properties on the market now. And this applies to Turkish citizens as well as foreigners who own property. It's a really difficult situation that they've created here, and it does mean that a lot of people that own properties here, foreigners especially, are now selling their properties and leaving. And the same with the residence permit, because residence permit is expensive. It's not easy to get anymore, and so people are looking at other places to go and live. And of course, it's become more expensive here with an inflation rate of over 60% every year. Things are now looking almost as expensive here as they are in the UK and the rest of Europe. They may change the rules again in the future. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.